I have recently been reading some Korean fiction books. The first book I wanna quickly talk about is Welcome to the Hyeonam-dong Bookshop by Hwang Borum. So, Welcome to the Hyeonam-dong Bookshop is about a woman who opens up a bookshop. We follow her life as she manages the bookshop, but also we learn about the lives of the other people in the neighborhood. I really like the cover of this. It's just screaming like spring, early summer. This book is pretty slow paced. It touches a lot on topics of family, relationships, dealing with family expectations and also society expectations. I thought this would be more of like a happy book, but the characters do go through a lot of sadness and struggles in their life. But at the end, they have a more positive outlook on life and they get some peace at the end. The beginning of the book really gave me that warm, cozy feeling. However, as I kept reading, I did get a little bit bored. It was just too many discussions on life in general that I started to kind of lose interest just because there's no like plot to the story. There was nothing like exciting that was gonna happen throughout the story. But I can definitely see a lot of people enjoying this book because, as I said, it's a cozy book and there's definitely like a lot of quotable moments. I guess I would categorize this as that like kind of like healing kind of book. But unfortunately, as somebody who comes from reading fantasy, I just felt like I needed some drama or a climax to look forward to. And this story doesn't have that. I'm also currently in the middle of two other Korean fiction books. I'm in the middle of the Good Dream Department Store. I mean, I'm only 7% into this. This very briefly because I barely scratched the surface of this book. All I know is that this is about a department store that sells dreams. So humans and even animals can go to the store and buy a dream, and I guess they get to live through those dreams in their dreams. I'm guessing this will be kind of similar to, a little bit similar to Welcome to Hyeonam-dong Bookshop because it's like a, I guess, cozy magical realism kind of book. I'm not too sure if this cozy genre is for me after reading Hyeonam-dong Bookshop, but I did borrow this book from the library. That's why I'm reading it right now. Don't have any thoughts yet on it, so I need to read more and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts on that book. The other book that I'm currently in the middle of is Human X by Han Kang. I am about 50 pages in. Like I finished like chapter 1 of this book. Just immediately when I started to read the beginning, I was completely drawn into the story. This is a historical fiction and it's kind of a tragic story. It's about the student uprising in South Korea. In chapter 1, we follow this young boy as he goes to find the body of his friend, his best friend, at this gymnasium in the school where they're currently like putting all the bodies of the victims, as during the uprising a lot of people were killed. He couldn't find the friend's body, but he decided to help the people there with taking care of the bodies because families and relatives, whatever, they're going there to identify the victims. And I don't know what it is about the writing because I know this is translated fiction, but I am just really enjoying this. I mean, as I said, it's a tragic story, so it's sad to say that I'm enjoying like a tragic story. I can definitely see why she won the Nobel Prize with this. I cannot wait to read more of this and also the Good Dream Department Store. And I will come back with my update once I'm further into these two books. Good morning. It's currently Wednesday night, and I haven't been reading the two fiction books that I was currently in the middle of. I don't really feel like reading anything tonight, but I did have a pretty busy day at work, feeling a little burnout. So I want to read something that's a little bit more cozy tonight before going to bed. So I think I'm gonna do my reread of A Spy Family. That is my current favorite manga to read, especially when I'm feeling a little bit down. It's just a cute and funny story. So I'm gonna make some tea and then read the manga tonight before going to bed. I just finished reading Human X by Hong Kong this morning, so let's talk about my final thoughts on this book. Very briefly, Human X is about the student uprising slash protest that happened in the 1980s in South Korea. The Korean government enacted a martial law and had soldiers kill the people who were protesting and also other people that were in the vicinity. It was a very bleak time, and in this book we follow the perspective of different people during the tragic event and also the aftermath of it. It took me a while to finish this, and I couldn't really binge this book because I felt like I had to take my time. The story is quite heavy, and the writing is a little bit dense in a good way. After every chapter or two, I felt like I had to put this book down and do something else, and just kind of let the words and scenes soak in my head. Honestly, I have a really hard time trying to put into words my feelings about this book. All I can say is that this is a good but heavy book I recommend to people who enjoy reading fiction. The translation also flowed really well, which surprised me because I've read some translated fiction and sometimes the flow of the words doesn't really make sense, but this one didn't feel like a translated work. Unfortunately, I did not continue reading the Daily Good Dream Department Store. I just wasn't in the mood for that kind of cozy magical realism book at the moment, and then I had to return it to the library because my time was up. I'm not even gonna consider that a DNF just cause I barely got into the book. I do want to pick it up again in the future when I'm more in the mood for that kind of story. So I've been using this kobo for like 2 weeks now. I did film a little unboxing and first look at the kobo, but I didn't know where to put that video. I was gonna put it in the previous one, but that vlog was getting a little too long. So I'm gonna put the clip right after this. So we're gonna go back in time to when I unboxed this kobo. I recently got a kobo, so I thought maybe we could take a quick look at it. So the front of the kobo, it displays the book cover of the book that you are currently reading that's similar to the Kindle. Okay, so let's turn it on. The turn on button is at the back. Oops, let's try that again. I think we have to press it a bit longer. Okay, so here is the home screen. So let's go to my books, and then you see here, this is all the books I'm currently borrowing from the library. So let's first click on the book I'm currently reading. Is this Strange Beast? I say currently reading, but I'm 1% into the book. I haven't started it, but I'm gonna start this next. This version of kobo, it's the Libra color. It has these two buttons for you to use to turn the page. So you click the bottom one for next page and top button for the previous page. Okay, right now I want to look actually at the mangas because I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna look on the kobo. Okay, so let's click. Let's go to Marriage Toxin. Wow, I'm kind of liking this. Okay, let's go closer. Okay, let me focus. Okay, let's go to the next page. Let's go to the manga panel. Oh, there's actually like some color. There's a little bit of color on the panel. Okay, now let's look at a different. Okay, let's focus again. Sorry. I think it looks really good and I just can't wait to start reading on the kobo. So I am going to end the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog and I will see you guys again next time.